What's up, Peak Timers? This is a detailed look of every Hot Wheels Elite 64 ever released in number order. Let's go. So we'll actually start with our 4 non-numbered release Elite 64 Hot Wheels, and first one is our Freightliner Cascadia, one of the most popular Hot Wheels Elite 64s. You can see the giant box that it comes in right here. And this one is an all metal. It's got some really good weight to it. Let's have a look at our back right here. So again, all metal, very, very nicely detailed. It's got this little piece right here, which opens and closes, and it does snap right into place, so it locks nicely. Real rider wheel tire combination. It's got those double real riders on there, just like a real trailer right here. And then the little attachment piece right here is kind of just like a little knob type thing right there. And it attaches right onto the back of that little hole with a little rubber gasket on the inside. And it just presses down. That's my only complaint about this. It doesn't lock in or anything like that. It kind of just presses down. But once you have it on the ground, it sits nicely, it rolls really nicely, so no complaints there. As far as the actual truck itself, check out those double real riders on the back end right there, and then there it is. And it is got that little embossed Hot Wheels logo on there. It's a matte black finish. Really, really nice quality metal on those side mirrors as well. Just overall, just a fantastically designed and release model, just like super high end, very, very nice for an Elite 64. And yes, I do love this. You guys have seen this in many of my videos. I use it for a lot of the pictures and stuff. It's just a really, really cool piece, and I'm super excited to have it. And you know what? We'll stack some of our Elite 64s on there as well. Let's open that rear tailgate right there. And our second release for Elite 64 as far as trucks goes is our Scania right here. And this one, essentially the back tailgate piece, this part right here, you can see it's the silver and the red. It's essentially exactly the same as this. It's just a recolor of it, but just a really, really cool piece. You can fit 3 cars on top, 2 cars on the bottom, just like that one as well. And same thing, it's got those nice double real riders on the rear end. It's got the tailgate that will snap and lock into place right there. So very, very nice. And then the Scania right here is a really, really cool piece. So again, very high quality, all metal. It's got the real riders right there, all the double real riders on there. And then this piece right here will open right there to expose that engine. That is just really, really cool. So you can see that engine, so you can see how it sits just out like that. Or you can have it kind of lock. It kind of like comes up. If you see the front end, you can see how those little hinges in the front, it comes up and then it folds forward right there. It doesn't like lock into place. It'll sit forward though if you leave it down flat just like that. So you can see it sit nicely, and then you can just lift it a little bit, push it back down, and then we can attach our trailer to it. And it's the same attachment. It's got that little kind of rubber gasket that it just kind of slides into. It doesn't lock into place, but again, very, very high quality, super, super nice piece, and just really, really like it. That one looks good with Ferraris on there. It kind of matches like the Ferrari colors, but we'll put that one just right up there, and then we'll also stack some of our Elite 64 cars on it. And our next non-numbered piece that we have released is the Elite 64 Mod Shop Series, the 2017 Toyota Tacoma right here. And this one you can get in a bunch of different configurations. It's got all these tiny pieces. I've got it right here in the configuration that I've done it in. And you know what? I think these look really cool when they're just done and static, but to be completely honest, I'm not a huge fan of all the little moving pieces because they're very finicky. Like these little parts right here, like they come off super, super easily, and it's just, it kind of gets annoying when I move the cars around and stuff like that. But otherwise they do look pretty cool. This one you can see I've got it in the configuration with that piece right there, and then it's got the little snorkel exhaust piece right here on the side. But you can see, just again, it's just everything is very loose on there. So once you build it, if you're just putting it in place and leaving it as is, yeah, it's nice. But as a concept, you can see again, I'm knocking pieces off just by touching it. They don't, like, none of the pieces really snap on very strong. They all kind of just rest right into place, and you can see my frustration as these pieces are falling off. Let's try and get that piece back into place right there. There we go. Okay, so the gas can right there is in place. The spare wheel, nope, that's not back in place. All right, let's get it back in place here. All right, there we go. We literally had to pause this video because pieces were dropping on the floor here. So yeah, let's just try and handle this. We're gonna put it right up on the Scania right up there, and we're we're just gonna leave it. We're not gonna touch it. Actually, you know what? Let's put that one in the middle because it's a little bit bigger. And our next non-numbered release was the Elite 64 Mod Shop 94 Land Rover Discovery. And you can see this one comes with a ton of different parts as well, and tons of different configurations and stuff that you can do for it. This is the configuration that I have this one in, and this one's not nearly as bad as the Tacoma as far as the pieces go. The pieces do stay on there fairly well, and you can see it's got some pretty cool detail for it. The color is kind of like that, like older rustic, like off-road style color. It's got the stuff on top right there, but yeah, overall this one's not too bad. Again, it looks pretty cool, and you just want to build it how you want it, keep it as a static display, don't really play around with it. We'll throw that one just right, you know what, let's put this one behind on the rear right there. How about that? All right, getting to our numbered Elite 64s, you can see a lot of them have these numbers right here on them, and our first one is the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. And I have to say that even though they are in a numbered order, they don't release necessarily in that numbered order. So I don't believe this was the first one that was released. It was number 2 that was released first, but this one has the number 1 on there. So Mercedes-Benz 300 SL, and this is the standard Elite 64 packaging. So you have the display in the back right there. It's got some details on the car, and let's have a look at the car itself. And obviously this one has a very special kind of feature on there. It is those gull-wing doors, being the Mercedes-Benz gull-wing. Not all of them have opening pieces or parts or moving parts, but I mean, that one is super cool. It's got the roll cage on the inside, number 417. You can see that roll cage on the inside, and there's those really cool opening doors on this one right here. Just a really, really nice detail for this one. Metal base on there, real riders on there. You can see they're kind of tiny real riders. This looks like the tire's kind of coming off. There we go. We got that fixed up. But yeah, Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. I really, really like it. It's a really cool model, and they make this in the Hot Wheels RLC form as well. It's got a little bit better quality paint and stuff, but still same model. But yeah, that one's really neat. Let's put our 300 SL just right there on the Cascadia. Number 2 is our 1996 Toyota Chaser JZX100. You can see number 2 on there. And I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about this car in real life because we never got this one released in North America. This one was, I believe, a Japanese only release as far as real life car. There's some information on it. Produced 96 to 2001. 5-speed manual transmission. It's got the 1JZ GTE Turbo inline 6 right there. So yeah, that's the kind of details on it. That's what the original packaging looks like. And there is the car itself. And this one, it's got a really nice like white kind of pearl-esque metallic paint job on there. So really, really cool paint on there. The colored wheels look really cool. We got these sponsorships down below on the bottom, the canards on the front right there, Greddy on the front's got some really, really cool like wide body look to it as well. Lip spoiler on the rear. There's that exhaust sticking out. You can see, look at how much that exhaust sticks out on the bottom right there. That's pretty neat. There is your rear end, the Toyota logo right there. The rear taillights painted. The bottom is also really cool. You can see that exhaust coming out right there. There's your Real Rider tires on it as well. So really, really cool detail. Even the interior, you can see that painted roll cage on the inside. Just a nicely detailed model for a model that I can't really tell you a lot about as far as real life car, but pretty cool looking car nonetheless. So let's go ahead and might as well just throw that one right behind the 300 SL. Number 3 release is the modified 69 Ford Mustang, and there we have it just sitting there in our packaging. On the back, you can see some of the detail that it shows. 69 Ford Mustang, all the weight and modified 6-speed semi-automatic gearbox right there. So yeah, kind of cool looking in the package. And as far as the car itself, it does have a special feature, and it is the removable front hood right there. And then we've got that big, I think it's a twin turbocharged V8 on the inside of it. So really cool detail. You can see the air boxes right there, kind of in chrome. Just a really, really nice detail. And the one thing I must say about a lot of these moving pieces and moving parts, cars, and the removable pieces is as you open them up and you play with them, they become fairly loose. Like if we turn this upside down, this just comes right off. So it doesn't really snap into place as well as it did when I first took it out. So if you're constantly removing it, it does wear these down. So again, it's really up to you. If you want to open them and have them as static displays and not really open and close them a lot, they'll probably be just fine. But for me, you know, I always show you these on video and remove the pieces and parts and stuff like that. So you can see how this one's really loosened up on there. So yeah, but overall, cool wide body design, big spoiler on that one. You can see the roll cage on the inside of it. Nice wheels on there, which are pretty cool. And then on the bottom, there's that detail on the bottom. And the one thing I also will say is this is like, it seems like it's slightly bigger scale than 1 in 64. It's a little bit bigger than, like if we compare it to the 300 SL, which is not a huge car itself, but oh, see, there you go. There's that piece falling off. But look at the difference in size and scale of the Mustang. The Mustang is definitely, it's either too big of a scale or these ones are too small. I don't know which one it is, but that Mustang is definitely bigger than most of the cars in here, especially one we'll compare it to the Bugatti coming up here and how much of a difference in size. But there you go. That's the modified Ford Mustang. We'll throw that one just right behind there. Number 4 for our Elite 64 is the LBWK Lamborghini Aventador LP700-4, the Liberty Walk Aventador, which is one of my favorite Hot Wheels Elite 64s. There's your details on the back, kits from Japan, 2011 to present, and not available for a lot of the other stuff. Custom twin turbo 6.5 liter V12 though, which is really cool. There's that detail on the rear right there. Let's have a look at the car itself, and I love this one. And this one does have removable parts and pieces and stuff as well. And let's go ahead and first look at the car. Beautiful lines on it. Love the wide body look to it. The color is super, super cool. So very, very nice. And then as far as removable pieces go, so we have the spoiler and the bumper, which will come off. So there's the spoiler, which comes off. So you can have it just like that, which actually doesn't look too bad in itself right there without that spoiler and the wide body kit. Then we have that rear bumper that comes off. So a lot of guys with their Lamborghinis will like to have that exposed rear end right there so you can see the twin turbos and the exhaust. So you can do that as well as you want. And then we also have the top kind of glass piece right there, which will remove and come off, and you can see the roll across bars right there, which is really cool. So pretty cool how you can have all those pieces off. And again, finicky pieces over time, like this rear hatch right here, this kind of just rests right on there. So it doesn't actually snap into place or anything like that anymore. It just kind of rests on there. And then these pieces, I mean, these pieces are not too bad. They kind of snap into place. But that's pretty good. So that will stay on pretty nicely. And then our rear spoiler, which just attaches right to the back right there. And that will stay on pretty nicely. Obviously, you don't want to handle it by the spoiler because that will just come right off. But again, it's the finicky moving pieces, but that's kind of what makes Elite 64 kind of cool too, is having those removable pieces. It's being more of a premium car. But yeah, it's a nice one. I really, really love this Aventador. Actually, I hope they come out with a new color of this. I know they don't really recolor the Elite 64s, but if we could get this one in like a pearl white, that's a very Liberty Walk color. And there's your bottom of it. Real rider tires on there, bigger ones in the rear, smaller ones in the front. And there's the pieces falling off, like I said right there. Let's go ahead and throw that glass piece right on. But yeah, Aventador, Liberty Walk, one of my favorite Elite 64s. And you know what? Let's put this one front and center, being one of my best ones. Number 5 is our Land Rover Defender 90 pickup. There it is, number 5 on there. We look on the rear of that card. There we go. And as far as detail goes, United Kingdom, 2007 to 2012. All the details, 4-speed manual, inline 4 on this one right here. But I really like this one. This one's a really cool one. So there we have it in hand right here. No moving parts or pieces besides obviously just it rolling on the ground, but nothing removes on this one. But I just really, really cool detail. The stance of it is really nice. I love the rear. It's got all those extra parts and pieces on the back end right there. Really, really nice tires, like super big, thick Real Rider tires on this one. There's your bottom of it. But yeah, just overall, it's just a really cool looking truck. Yeah, just no moving parts. So you can play around with this. You can display this. You can pick it up, move it, and you are all good. You're not going to be able to worry about breaking anything off of it or anything. It's a really strong one. So yeah, Land Rover Defender 90 pickup. I really like this one. I mean, this one's kind of underrated. A lot of people don't really care for it, but I think it's done very, very nicely, and the detail of it is excellent. So yeah, that one we'll put up the top right there with the trucks, just like that. Right now, you can get this,
this, or even this for free if you use my link down below and sign up for Whatnot. Whatnot's a great platform to buy and sell Hot Wheels, as well as a bunch of other items. It's where I buy most of my Hot Wheels, and it's also the platform that I've switched to sell Hot Wheels. I absolutely love doing auctions and selling Hot Wheels. Go check out my link down below, bookmark my upcoming auctions, and use that credit, that $15, to get anything for free. It doesn't have to be from me, it can be from anyone on the platform. It's an excellent way to get yourself started, and check out Whatnot.
Number 6 is our Audi RS7 Sportback right here in a cool looking grayish color right there. We look on the back, Germany 2019 to present, V8 automatic 8-speed. And there is your rear right there, but not bad for the card. And the car itself, here we have it right here. So you can see that really cool gray color right there. Blacked out gloss wheels on there, treaded wheel riders. And look at the detail on that bottom right there. That is really nicely done. We look on the front end, just great detail of everything on there. Check that out. Just super nicely done how they've got that RS7 license plate. Look at it's like the LED imitation on the front kind of tampo work right there. So nicely done. No moving parts or pieces or removable stuff on this one. It's just a regular one right here. Look at the exhaust, how it comes out the back right there. So very nicely done. This one, it's not like a super popular model in the Elite 64s, but I think it's done properly. You can look at all the rear lights on that one. Just really nicely done. Cool looking color, cool looking stance on that one. And you know what? Let's throw this one on the inside right there of our Cascadia. Number 7 is our first Porsche in the Elite 64 model line series, the Porsche 928 Safari right there in that nice orange colorway. Look on the back end, you can see it's got the official Porsche sticker license product on there. 1977 to 1995. What a long model year for the 928. That is pretty neat. 4-speed automatic or a 5-speed manual V8 engine on this one. And there's the full look at that rear right there. We'll put that one aside for a sec. Have a look at the model itself. So you can see it's got the number 28 on the side, and look at those off-road tires on there, and that is super cool. Then we have the exhaust coming out. You can see how it's kind of a different, unique exhaust with just the double exit on the one side. Got the push bar right there on the rear ends. Got the spare tire on the top right there. Michelin sponsorship, 928 Porsche all along the side. Big lights on the front end right there to help it for its off-road racing. Push bar on the front as well. Painted black, Porsche logo on the front right there. The 28 on the top as well. Overall, not too bad. And again, this is just another Porsche model that it doesn't get like a lot of love. It's not like the most popular Porsche model. 911s obviously are way more popular. The hypercars are way more popular. The 928s, they've never really been a hit in Porsche. But this one being an off-road safari version of it, I think it's pretty cool, and I think it's really neat to have in the Elite 64 lineup. And where should we put this one? You know what? Let's put it underneath the Land Rover because they're both kind of off-roady, so we'll throw that Porsche just right up there. Number 8 is the 1990 BMW 318 Touring. Number 8 right there. There it is. We look on the back end of the card. There's a full look at the back card right there. And country of origin, Germany, produced 89 to 94, 5-speed transmission, inline 4 on this one. I guess it's only a 318. It's not the M3 or anything like that, although it does have kind of the M3 look to it. It definitely looks like an M3 wagon on this one. You can see it's kind of lowered. It's got the kind of indented wheels on there. I like the wheels on there. The BMW coloring on there. Look at the pop sunroof on that too. That is really neat touch how they've got that sunroof popped up. Rear end's got some really cool details, and this one does have a removable part on there, and it is that hood that comes off. So you can see this just little kind of rest down on there for the hood. And look at the painted details on the inside. That is very nice. I love the BMW coloring on there. I can see the BMW front end on this one. Is this tire coming off too? Some of them, the tires come off. No, that one's all right. But I mean, you look at it with displaying with that open hood right there. That is pretty nice, I must say, overall. And there's that rear end, the exhaust that comes right from the bottom all the way to that one side. And then our piece that we have will just rest right down there, and it kind of fits into place. And actually, I haven't really removed that one a lot, so it does kind of lock into place. It doesn't like lock, but it slides into place pretty tight right there. So you can see you can turn it upside down and it's good to go. But I'm sure, again, over time, if I keep taking that on and off, it's going to loosen up, and then it's just going to rest right on there with the gravity holding it into place. But overall, it's a pretty neat one. Let's put that one right beside the Lamborghini right there. Number 9 is our Pandem Datsun 280ZX. There it is, number 9 on there. And we look on the rear end. Country of origin, of course, is our Japan 75 to 78. Not a long model for this one. Get Rad 6-speed. 6-speed, I'm sure it didn't come with originally. This is just a customized one right there. And there's a full look at that rear end. Full look at the front end again of the Datsun, and let's have a look at the model itself right here. And this one, I love the coloring on this one. I love the way the logos are on the side. I love the wheels on here, premium wheels. So just check out those wheels. And this one does have that kind of like that staggered stance on here, where it's got, you know, it's got the camber on there, as they would say. Wide body look, but yeah, you can see that camber from the rear end of those wheels. So pretty neat. Rocket Bunny Racing on there. The color is really nice. No removable parts or pieces or anything like that, but the stance on this one is just amazing. Like, if you don't have this one and you got to open this one up and you can really appreciate the stance. I think the colors, they've done fantastic on it. Just overall, just a really nice one. And I feel like this one needs a lot more love than what people are giving it. Not to say that people don't love this one, but I think as one of our Elite 64s, it's one of the nicest detailed, nicest colors, and nicest wheels of an Elite 64 Hot Wheels car. So yeah, super nice one. I really like that one. Let's throw this one, you know what, might as well just continue right there beside our Lamborghini. And number 10 is a Bugatti Type 59. Number 10, it's an OG Bugatti right here, but very cool detail on this one. Super small model. And let's look at some of the details. Country of origin, Italy, 33 to 36. It's a 16-valve supercharged double overhead cam straight 8 with a 4-speed manual that it came with from the factory. So yeah, probably ahead of its time back in the day. And that's your look at it. And this one is, again, very tiny Hot Wheels car. Well, actually compare it to the Mustang in a second, but this one does have a removable piece right here. It's got the front hood piece comes right off, so right there. So again, this just kind of rests on there, and then you can see that big engine on the inside. But again, just super tiny, very classic wheels on there, the classic tires on it. And you can see that kind of single-seater occupancy in there, the exhaust that comes out that side right there, and on the bottom, it kind of looks like a boat from the bottom right there. Super tiny, super tiny is all I gotta say about this one. It's a small casting, but hey, there we go. Again, I'm dropping pieces here because all these finicky little pieces on there. This one just kind of, I mean, it kind of pushes down into place, kind of like that BMW, so it will kind of slide into place. But again, this is the one that the more you take it off, the more it's gonna loosen up and then probably just completely fall off. But let's, like I said, compare it to that Mustang that I told you was kind of an oversized big casting. Like, those are both 1 in 64 scale cars. 1 in 64 scale cars, apparently. And that's your model size difference. Yes, the Bugatti in real life is a small car, but yeah, that's just crazy. You can't really display those ones side by side because it just would look awkward. So our Mustang's going back up there, and we'll put the Bugatti right beside that BMW right there. We'll kind of stick it out a little bit so it doesn't show that small size. Number 11 is the 1989 Toyota Hilux Stadium truck right here. There it is on card, and on the rear end right there, Japan, produced from Trade Secrets. Oh, they don't want to give out all the information on this car because of the trade secrets. Interesting. There's a full look at that rear card, and a full look at the front card, and a full look at the actual model itself. And this one, I don't believe has any moving pieces or parts or anything like that. It's just a kind of static one right here. And yeah, it's got that push bar on the rear, the exhaust. Look at the exhaust coming out on the bottom right there. It's got those Real Rider off-road tires on there, which are really neat. All the sponsorships on the side, kind of a wide body truck right there, Toyota on the front, rigid sponsorship, BF Goodrich, Hot Wheels, Sparco, all the different sponsorships on this one. There it is from that side as well. It's kind of like a smaller Toyota Tacoma, if I must say. We never got the Hilux in North America, so I wouldn't know, at least in Canada, US. I don't know if Mexico got it, but there we have it. The Toyota Hilux Stadium truck. And you know what? Might as well just throw it right beside the Datsun right there. Number 12, we have the McLaren M6 GT right here. We look on the rear end of this one, United Kingdom, 67 to 70, all the details. A Chevy LT1 90-degree V8 with a 5-speed manual. Interesting. I didn't know that the McLaren M6 GT had a Chevy engine in it, so that's new to me. If I read the back of the card, now I did. Now I know. So there we have it on the card. And there is the model itself. And this one is a really, really cool moving part on it. Let's have a look around first on this one so you can see the detail of it. One of our OG McLarens right there, raced by Bruce McLaren. There's your rear end. On the bottom, look at the detail right there for that. And just really, really nicely done. It's like almost like these are the gas tanks on the side. I'm not really sure what those like silver pieces are. But as far as the real riders go, we have the real rider tires on there. And then check out this moving piece and that detail on the engine. So this will just kind of slide right up. I really like it. It's a moving part, but it doesn't come off. It stays up. It sits nice and tight when you have it open up there, so you can display it like that if you want. And then check out our Now I Know Chevy V8 detail on the inside right there. Just really, really nice. Now look at those headers coming up right there. Just very, very nicely detailed for a 1 in 64 Elite 64 model right there. Just a really, really cool one. I really like this one, the M6 GT McLaren. Proper colorway of it as well. Just a good one all around. We'll throw that one just right there. Number 13 of our Elite 64s is the Aston Martin Valkyrie right here. And we look on the rear end of this one, United Kingdom, 2022 to present, 6.5 V12 single clutch automated transmission. Actually, I didn't know. I thought it was a dual clutch, but it's a single clutch. This is a super loud car in real life. That V12 just howls. If we look on that front of the card, and this one has a very special opening features on here, 2 opening features on here, and there it is. Really nice paint on there. Look at the metallic color on that one, blacked out wheels. And the Valkyrie is just known for just the crazy aerodynamics. Just look at the bottom of here. Look at all the cuts that they've had to do for this one. Just a very, very highly detailed little designed model casting. Look at, you can see how that kind of aerodynamics works right through. It's basically like a Formula 1 car for the streets. Real rider tires on here, and then check out the opening doors, the gull-wing style doors on this one, which is a really, really neat touch on here. You can see it's a blacked out interior on it, but still got some detail, but really nice how they have those opening doors. Very similar to that gull-wing Mercedes. You know what? We have to have the gull-wing Mercedes doors up as well. So let's compare these doors. So there we go. So we have the new gull-wing doors and the old gull-wing doors, but 2 really, really cool Elite 64 castings with those beautiful designed doors on there. We'll put the gull-wing back there with the doors open now. We'll put the Valkyrie just right there. Number 14 is the Porsche 911 GT2 Evo 993. There's 14, the official Porsche license sticker on here. We look on the rear end of this one for that card, and we can see 95 to 97 twin turbo flat 6 with a 6-speed manual transmission. I love the artwork on this card. It looks gorgeous. There it is again from that front end, and the model itself. And yes, this is I would have to say this and the Lamborghini are my 2 favorite Hot Wheels Elite 64 of the regular cars. Just very, very cool detail on this. Advan colorway on here, which all look good. Love the Advan and Yokohama tire lettering on there. That looks really cool. The wheels in that mesh kind of gold BBS style wheels. Yokohama 83 written on the side of it. The yellow lights, the proper yellow lights for racing right there, which looks really, really neat. And then that kind of big whale tail spoiler on here. GT2, just a super, super cool roll cage on the inside. Just a very, very nicely designed Hot Wheels Porsche. Just I love it. I absolutely love this one. If you're collecting Elite 64s, you gotta have this one. This one is one of the best ones. And this one, it's kind of to scale. It's slightly smaller than the original Hot Wheels Porsche 993 GT2, but I think this one is a more true to scale one for a 1 in 64. Yeah. I don't know how much else to say, but if you don't have this one, you got to get it. It's amazing. I love it. And we're going to throw that one just right there.
And number 15 for Hot Wheels Elite 64 is...
We have no idea what number 15 is. Like I said, they don't release them in number order, but we do have number 16 is the Toyota Corolla 11886 Custom right here. And this one I just got in just about a week or so ago. So it is a very new release. And there is some of the details on the back, 83 to 87, 5-speed manual, inline 4. And I actually have never opened one of these ones up yet. So let's go ahead and just open this one up and get a good look at it so you guys can see it fresh in hand. I don't think this one has any removable pieces or parts or anything like that, but I like the colorway on there. I like the white with the light blue color. Turin 14 distribution written on the side of it. Big spoiler, you can see the roll bar on the inside. Look at the detail on the inside of this one. I'm not sure what that is right back there. What's that supposed to be? You guys tell me in the comments. Nice stance on here, nice wheels on here. Look at that kind of wide body look to it, the gloss base on that one. Rear ends, the exhaust that comes out from that one side, and then the front end, the AE86, the OG AE86 look on here. It's actually pretty cool. It's actually not too bad. I've never been a huge fan of the Toyota AE86, but I think this one in a kind of a customized kind of, I guess it would be drift. We're gonna put this one up here. Where should we put it? We're running out of room. Maybe we'll load this one in the back right there of our Cascadia. And there we have all 15 numbered Elite 64s and 4 non-numbered Elite 64s. So there's a total of 19 releases so far, with definitely more to come in the future. So stay tuned for update videos on the new releases. Until then, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.